Very crucial. I think they're all going to be crucial now from here on out with 3 losses. I think 4, it may not be too much, but you're going to be in a mess and you may get eliminated on shootout. So I think from here on out for us, it's a must-win situation. I think we played in 18 of these. I'm sure at some point there was one that was pretty tight. I think since we went to the pool play, I don't recall anything being like this. And I know that's fairly new, but, in Brier's past, there was, there's been some where there's been 6-7 teams kind of jockeying for those final 3 or 4 spots. So not new, but new with the pool play. This morning we came out really flat. We didn't have anywhere near the energy that we need to play at the level that we're trying to play at. We definitely came out with that tonight. I thought we played very good. I thought Jason and his team went really aggressive early, which was, played right into our hands, and we caught a quick 3 and then a steal. And then really from there, it was some good execution by us to not let them back in the game. We got some misses from them, obviously, to make it as short as it was and as lopsided as it was, but I thought we played very solid. Yeah, absolutely. I think right now, if the scores hold up out there, the leaders are going to be at 2 losses, and there's probably going to be 1 or 2 of them, and then a bunch at 3, and maybe a couple at 4. It's, and we still got 2 games tomorrow, so anything can happen, really. I think if you're going to get hot, tomorrow's the day to get hot. I think any team can make the playoffs here. I think I wouldn't want to have to pick 4 of the 8 teams, because there's a good chance you're going to be wrong because everybody's still in it.
I think it's, the amount of preparation we've put into it has been important. And we kind of look back at some of the mistakes we've made and been able to build on it. And I think this team's good at just kind of laying it out after a tough game or even a good game to refocus and just build on the next one and not dwell on, games past. We know what we got to do. And it's just turn it around as quick as we can. Because right now, like Brad said, is you don't want to end up in that group of 4 with 4 losses. You want to try to keep going and get hot at the right time.
A lot of long games and long days. How do you feel about the 8-end minimum at this competition? Should it be shortened?
Absolutely. I certainly understand the reasoning behind it when we're playing in a typical Brier, when people are paying to come sit in the stands and watch and they want to watch 4 sheets. In this situation, when we're done, there's nobody here. So our game, we were playing, but nobody was paying attention. And I think most people that were on the internet watching the line scores probably stopped paying attention around the 4th or 5th end. So a little unnecessary to keep us out there an hour. I certainly hope they revisit that. I hope they don't have a chance to revisit that, because hopefully there's some, fans in the stands next time we play a Brier. But, even with the mixed doubles and the worlds and the rest of the bubble, they need to look at that for sure.
Yeah, it's a long week. You're playing extra games now. The field's bigger. I'm not getting any younger. I'd love a few more ends off. But I think, it's different when there's fans in the stands and they're paying to come see you play. So I don't mind it there. But yeah, in this situation, a little bit different.
Yeah, great bounce back from the guys. A tough one, obviously, this morning, I guess, but great bounce back. We're right where we want to be. We still control our own destiny, and as long as we do that, we like where we're positioned. Super easy. Anytime you're throwing peel waders the entire game, the guys are giving you everything in front of you. So it's very easy. All day today we've played really well. Even against Wayne, we were putting rocks in great spots. We're playing some really good curling right now.
Even the blind squirrels find the nut now and then. I think we're playing great. I think we're playing high enough percentage wise. This morning we played great too. I don't know what the stats were, but like Wayne Madaw is Wayne Madaw, and he got us, and there's nothing you can do about it. So that was the focus tonight. Come out and put together another solid game, and top to bottom, I thought we were great right from the get-go, and that's what you need to do against the rest of the teams left. So let's keep doing what we're doing. I think we're on the right track for sure.
It's tough to come out and say that in a field like this. I mean, like we said this morning, we felt like we played 90-95% and still lost the game. So I mean, to have that sort of expectation, probably unrealistic in a field like this. For us, you know, it's about growing as a team and becoming better with each game. And, you know, this team is doing exactly that. And we're out here. I mean, we haven't been curling for a year now, and we're trying to appreciate being here. And, you know, the wins and the losses, they'll come. If it's meant to be, it'll be, but all we're trying to do is just play well.
Yeah, obviously huge win for us. It was a super well played game, and you kind of had the feeling that it was going to come down to last rock all game. I mean, I'm guessing all the players were probably in the 90s there. There were hardly any misses. So to pull it out, big win for us, especially, you know, we had a tough loss this afternoon, played well today in that game, just one bad end. So huge win for us. We're in a good spot, and, you know, I don't know what all the situations are, but obviously if we win 2 tomorrow, we're in the playoffs somewhere, which is all we can hope for.
Losing a good battle like that to Brendan, you know, those happen. We don't get a lot of games against these top teams, whether it be Jacobs or Gushu or Brendan or whoever, that are blowouts, and you kind of get to reset your mind halfway through the game, right? They're all good battles, and you kind of got to reset quick. And we knew that we were sitting in a good spot from our run in the first pool, that if we won out here, we were guaranteed a spot in the semi and, you know, possibly the final, depending on all what happens here. So, you know, a tough 2-game day with lining up against Botcher and Jacobs, 2 of the best teams in the world. And 1-1's not bad. We were obviously hoping for 2-2 or 2-0, but we were playing great. And, you know, Kevin's lighting it up right now, and we just kind of got to keep the train rolling in front of him here. And we're going to have a good chance.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. You don't want to be counting on other people, and if you don't want you don't make playoffs, you want to have no one to blame but yourself, right? You shouldn't be in that situation anyways. So it's hard that this many good teams and only three teams making it, right? In a typical year, we'd probably be sitting good to make the old page system, right? And here it's just all the teams are bunched up. It's who knows what can happen. I mean, there's probably so many situations still. So yeah, I mean, if we win 2 tomorrow, we're no worse than the semi, right?
I think if we win 2 tomorrow, we're in the final, but I don't want to bring it up right now because I'm not totally sure.
No, it just probably puts, you know, more stress and pressure on every game, right? You can't afford that extra loss. I mean, 4 losses here, I'm pretty sure is out. 8-4 is a pretty good record with this field, and you're probably not in the playoffs. So just makes it harder.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't matter how well they're playing. It's more important for our team in the loss board. We can't really afford any more at this point. There's still a lot of game left tomorrow, and I think lots of things can happen. So for us, it was just another good grind, and you know, first half was a little shaky, but we really kind of really picked it up, and must have been entertaining at home to watch.
Yeah, they were outplaying us pretty soundly in the first couple of ends, and then Wayne missed an uncharacteristic guard where if he makes that guard, you know, we don't have that shot. And then, you know, as John always does when he gets the opportunity, he made that big double to give us some momentum and get us back in the game, even give us the lead. So that was definitely the turning point. I mean, there was still lots more twists and turns in the game, but that was definitely the biggest one.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like it's being like at the Olympic trials, right? There's just so many good teams here. Every team is good, so it's not shocking. You know, you've got the top 8 teams right now in Canada playing off, and you're going to see that. You see that all the time. There's not much. It's pretty much splitting hairs right now. So, you know, I think anything can happen tomorrow. I wouldn't want to be betting picking games right now. It'd be tricky. Yeah, I mean, I've told a lot of people this. He was my idol growing up. He's my favorite curler in the world. I think he's the most talented player in the world. And I mean, to have the chance to play with him, I mean, that's it was a chance of a lifetime. And yeah, it was really cool to get to play him tonight and have him back out there. And as you can see, he's just making a pile of shots, and as he usually does. And it's fun to see him fierce and competitive out there. And I'm glad that hasn't changed at all.
What about for you, Brent? Do you still see that fire in his eyes there in his game?
Oh yeah, that's never going to go away. I mean, he could be in a wheelchair, he'd still have it if he couldn't play or whatever was going on in his life. And that's not just on the curling ice, guys. He does that when you play a round of golf with him. He does that in anything you're competing and you pick a game. You know, Wayne's competitive, and he's just a natural born winner. And, you know, maybe not the best loser all the time, but you know, one of the best teammates you could ever have. And yeah, lots of great memories with him, and it's fun. It's a great story, obviously. And, you know, they're still tied for first, so the story's not anywhere near over. And it's just, I'm glad we got to play them and got the W, and, you know, wish them all the best now. But, you know, it's Team Epping. Hopefully we'll continue to roll.
Yikes. You know what? I think if we stick to this format, we definitely need more teams probably making the playoffs, and or extending the event and making it longer, which it already is pretty long. So it's tricky. We playing so many games, and then to Sunday, the way the standings are, like, you're gonna have somebody come out there and play 3 games, and then likely good chance maybe somebody's eliminated by a tiebreak or the shootout. So which you never want to see. You want to play a game to be eliminated. So I'm not sure this is the right maybe format. I get it in this year and trying to make the best of what we can in this season. And so, okay, that's great for this one, but I'm thinking maybe there'll be some rework for the future. I'm not sure. Langer?
Same. No, I agree. It's looking like it could be. I mean, there's so many permutations still, but there's a pretty good chance that, you know, there could be maybe 4 or 5 teams tied for top spot, and you could almost be out based on a shootout when the team with the same record gets to bye to the final. And, you know, that's a big difference. So you just don't like to see that happen. But I like John said, I mean, you get it this year, they're trying to get things best they can. They wanted to make sure all the best teams got here, and that was the right thing to do. But I don't think you're going to see this one stick around. But usually when I try and predict what's going to happen with curling Canada, I'm wrong. So